Hi boys and girls, it's Mr. Feigl. So I wanted to go ahead and go over the learning target with you first. Here we go. So I can represent 10 as 10 ones. We have a whole bunch of grapes here today, and we're going to start with that, with this first problem. What we're going to do down here, our final result is going to have some blanks that we have to fill in. We have groups of tens, and then we have to put the leftovers, or the ones, on this blank here, and finally we will come up with our grand total, our total amount of grapes. The way that we're going to do that today is very simple. We've been learning how to count, right? Okay, all the way up until this point. And we're going to use our counting skills today to help us to group, or to put these grapes in groups of as many tens as we possibly can, okay, depending on how many are there. So I'm not sure how many grapes are there yet, but we're going to find out together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, there's our first group of 10. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to circle that group of 10. And you can do the same thing as you're drawing your grapes. Okay, that's a big circle. Okay, so let's keep going. We have our first group of 10. Looks like this one's about the same, doesn't it? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 10 and 10. Okay, that's 20. So that's another group of 10. Let me circle it. There we go. Okay, so the last part down here, does that look like that's going to be 10 more? No, not really. Okay, we have just very few down here, don't we, for the grapes? So how many? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how many groups of 10s did we circle? How many times did I circle a group of 10? 1 time, 2 times, right? So I'm going to put that 2 right there. We have 2 groups of 10s that we circled. And then we have leftovers here. Grapes that are left over. Those are our ones that we're going to be using right here. How many were there? Yeah, there were 4. So go ahead and put the 4 there. And 2 10s plus 4 1s is equal to how many total grapes? Well, we could count all of them, couldn't we? All over again. We can do that, and we will actually, to double check our work. But there's a much simpler way to do this. If I take the 2 10s and I bring it down, and I take the 4 1s and I bring it down. Okay, so there's the 2 10s. I'm just going to write it smaller there a little bit for you. And then we have the 4 1s. It makes the number 24. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to put right over here. Boom. 24 grapes. So we're going to do the same thing for down here, but really quickly, just for this one, we're going to double check our work and see how we did, if we got the right answer. So this takes a little bit longer, but let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Keep going. 21, 22, 23, and 24. Yeah. Okay, so we did land on the correct thing, 24 grapes altogether. Let's look at our other 2 problems that we have here. Okay, there we go, so you can see a little bit better. We have our fish here this time, and we're going to see how many groups of 10s that we can circle this time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's our first group. Circle it. Yep. All right, looking good for those fish. Let's see, does this look like another group of 10? It's not even. Okay, so I have a feeling that there's less than 10 fish for that second row. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, it's not 10, not quite, almost. But I'm not going to circle it unless it's 10 exactly. So how many 10s do we have? How many times did I circle the fish? One time. We have 1 10. And how many leftovers do we have for those fish? Down here. We had 8 of those. 8 ones. Because they're not quite a group of 10 yet. So 8 ones. And let's double check before we put our total fish over here. 1 10 plus 8 ones. What's your prediction? I'm going to pull that down. 1 10 and 8 ones. 1 10 and 8 ones. What does that number look like? Yeah, that's the number 18. And you're going to stick it right over here. That's how many fish there are. And this time we don't even need to take time to count all of those fish like we did for the grapes. We know it works if we just put those two numbers together. Okay, last but not least, let's look at the triangles on the very bottom here. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Circle it. And let's count the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It is. It's another group of 10. Hey, wait a second. Did you see something? Did you notice that there's no leftovers for this one? I wonder how that's going to work out. Let's see here. So how many 10s did we circle? How many groups of 10s did we circle? We circled it twice, right? 2 times. So there's 2 10s. I'm going to put my 2 in the 10s category. And then how many 1s? How many leftovers do we have? That's a trick question, right? There's 0. 0 1s are left over. And so I don't have much space here, but I'm gonna make it work. So how many 10s? We're gonna bring that 2 down. We're gonna bring the 0 down. 2 and a 0 makes the number 20. 20 triangles. There it is. All right, thanks for helping me, guys. Have a great rest of your day.